Hey everybody, Wally Renee here from the Mod Institute. I'm really excited to give you this short guide on how to do bracket deletes on your scans. So of course the first step to any bracket delete is a high quality intraoral scan. And this is the scan pattern that I recommend for scanning anything. Basically it starts with two coincident overlapping passes on the lingual surfaces to fill in all the lingual data. And it's really important to get that rotation of these in there so that you're able to get those undercuts on those premolars, which are sometimes notoriously difficult. Then you're going to get the incisal edge occlusals. And when you're going over the facials like this, it's important to get some of those facial surfaces on the anterior. So that's 3 passes so far. The 4th pass is going to be the buccal at about this 45-degree angle here. So you can see we're getting the brackets and the incisal edges, occlusal surfaces kind of overlapping previous scans. The way that these scanners are the most accurate is if you constantly overlap data. And then lastly, it's the facial surface at about a 90-degree kind of flat on angle, and filling in and rotating around those brackets and getting kind of underneath those bracket arms and everything like that. So you can see here we're basically doing a lot of heavy rotations. And as we transition to the facial here, we're rotating in and out. Kind of the camera is like this, and we're rotating very much so to get around those brackets and those hard to get corners. Okay, so then we're on to that same 90-degree flat rotation for the posterior here. It's really important when you do scan to follow a pattern. There's a lot of evidence that shows that if you just go in there and just kind of mindlessly start filling in data, you're not going to get quite as good of a cross-arch accuracy than if you had a defined pattern that you wanted to follow. Lastly, we're going to get the palate here just in case that we need it. Palates are sometimes hard to scan. This patient has a pretty deep palatal vault here, and so we're just taking our time. I always like to start from the papilla, the incisive papilla area, and work my way back kind of very slowly. This is not the time where you want to be fast. You want the best fit automatically global alignment algorithm to start to take effect here as it starts to put those pieces of tissue together in the proper orientation. Okay, so let's take a look at the model and see what we have. Once it's done rendering, I think you'll see that we have a fantastic model that is going to be crisp and clear, and it's going to have everything that we need to be able to do a proper bracket delete. Here we go, guys. Look at this thing. Isn't that incredible? I never would have imagined 5 years ago that we would be able to scan that fast and with this clarity brackets. You could even see the tiny little arms of the bracket extensions, those elastic retainers. Oh, this is just fantastic. I'm so excited. So now, super easy to be able to delete these and basically 3D print the model to make a positive pressure suck down to make a retainer before the patient ever gets debonded, which saves a lot of chair time. So let's do that.